Hey guys, I know it's been a while, but I wanted to come back onto this channel, and talk about a game that I've been playing a lot of recently, and why Overwatch should be pretty scared of what's happening. So I'm sure you guys have heard about Marvel Rivals. It's the hottest new game out, right? Everyone's playing it nowadays, or at least on Twitch, it seems like. Um, and to be honest, it's a pretty great game. So this is coming from someone who peaked around Grandmaster in Overwatch 1. I really think Marvel Rivals is a pretty big danger to Overwatch 2. And to be honest, like as a game, all of the characters feel really great. Everyone feels impactful. Personally, I'm maining Magneto. Just that sword is too strong. But here's the thing, right? Marvel Rivals has an opportunity to address the issues that Overwatch 2 had and has had for years now. Now, I started playing Overwatch 2 in March of 2016, 2017. Like I pre-ordered the game, and when it first came out, I loved it. But the problem is the developers, I feel like, have just completely stopped caring about the game. Like, it should not take, in my opinion, honestly, it should not take years to get Brigitte balanced. It shouldn't take years to release new characters. And I think the vast majority of the Overwatch player base is just so disillusioned with how the devs have treated the game. It's like it really shouldn't take as long as it does to patch the game, and I understand that game development, of course, takes a long time, but that's part of the process with running these live service games. It's if you're going to promise a live service, you cannot leave players just waiting in this infinite cycle of waiting for patches to hit, except the patches never actually come. That's how you end up losing most of your player base. And speaking personally, when I stopped playing Overwatch, it was really around the time that the devs just stopped caring. And it's probably I played goats for a while. Even that wasn't the thing that completely killed it for me. I would say probably around Overwatch 2 time is when I stopped playing, and I feel like I could see the writing on the walls. It was just Overwatch 2 felt so rushed. Like there was so little actually coming with this game, and now you're seeing Overwatch 2 get scared. Like, you're seeing them talking about, oh, we're going to bring back 6v6 in a desperate attempt to sort of combat the popularity of Marvel Rivals. And I think the thing is, Marvel Rivals has such a good opportunity, but there's a couple of things that they need to do to get this right and to really capture on that disillusioned Overwatch player base that just is not enjoying the game anymore, or just doesn't like how the devs have treated the game. And one, it's you cannot make any of the heroes paid. What Overwatch did with releasing Overwatch 2 and making all of the characters that are new paid was such a disastrous decision. I can't fathom what happened in that boardroom for them to come to that decision. It killed all of the hype on the game. The only thing that Overwatch 2 had really going for it was, oh, we're releasing, oh, we're going to be releasing all these new characters, and you're seeing, well, the coolest character that's going to be released is Ramatra, or at least my opinion. That's the character that they hyped up. Oh, guess what? You gotta pay for him. You basically have to pay for him, or you have to grind the game, which in 2023, 2022, or whatever, whenever it came out, who is grinding Overwatch 2? I mean, personally, I would have checked it out just to play the new character, but congratulations, they killed that section of the player base that was gonna come back just to check out the new characters. They stopped that enjoyment, and I think if Marvel Rivals is gonna do this right, they need to not do that. All the characters need to be free. It's a It's a hero shooter. The whole point is to be able to switch freely between the characters. And then on top of that, I mean, I think optimization needs to get a little bit better. I mean, I have a decent PC, but I don't think that it should be, you know, frame skips and lag and all that. Like, it runs okay, but there's definitely performance drops. And of course, it's a beta, it's an alpha. That's the point. And, you know, that's just going to happen. And, you know, as someone who was able to reach, you know, the top 1%, I think it was, like diamond in this beta. I think the competitive is all right. I'm a little bit hesitant with roll queue because I do feel like it definitely killed some of the competitiveness in Overwatch 2. Now, I don't know how I feel about it. I definitely hate getting forward insta-lock DPS, although it definitely isn't as big of a problem when you get to like a little bit higher ranks. But of course, in like bronze or silver, I could see how that could be a really big issue. And I think like the problem with roll queue or roll locking or whatever is it really cements the meta into 2-2-2, right? Like sometimes it makes sense to run 3 DPS, right? Like, there's been a couple of instances with Marvel Rivals where, you know, I'm playing Magneto. We have to have a Scarlet Witch, but she's not like a very high damage character. So we'll actually have 3 DPS to make up for it. And it's kind of fine because Magneto is just very strong with that Scarlet Witch combo. So I'm kind of iffy. I mean, I really think the prime thing for them is to not slow down with the character releases and the content releases. Like, you've already heard some people talking about, oh, well, you know, Marvel Rivals only has 4 maps and that's killing my enjoyment of the game, you know? So I feel like if that is one thing, like if they have to focus on one thing, it's gotta be that, you know, getting the characters out, getting more maps into the game. Because in my opinion, right? In my opinion, that's what killed Overwatch for me. Because waiting months for a new character, like, and then waiting months for them to make any patch notes, especially in like the late Overwatch 1 days, that really just killed all enjoyment for the game. It was no sort of innovation, no sort of like changes or anything to the meta. It just got very stale. So, ideally, of course, ideally they would follow something like what League does. Like, I think League does like a character like what every month or something, or like a character every definitely like 2 months max is what I think it is. But I think following something like that would be perfect, or like a character in a map every 2 months, right? That would keep the game fresh, that would keep people playing the game, and that's what you need in these like live service games, if I'm being honest. But besides that, I really do think Blizzard has something to worry with here in Marvel Rivals. And I bought the stock. I went and I said, you know what? I think this game is going to be a big deal. I think this is going to be the next Overwatch. And, you know, people are already downplaying it. They're saying this is not going to be the Overwatch killer. Overwatch can only kill itself, etc., etc. But I'm saying it here and now, you know, this is going to be the game to replace Overwatch 2. This is going to be what we should have gotten for Overwatch 2 instead of just a battle pass. And honestly, I think Blizzard deserves it. Blizzard did it to themselves. They mistreated their fan base. They mistreated their IP, and I think it's well deserved. But let me know what you guys think in the comments. Did you guys get to play the Marvel Rivals beta or alpha even? And just let me know in your opinion down below. I know I haven't been posting a lot lately. I took some time off just for mental health. You know, I started a new job and it was kind of taking its toll on me. Hoping to get back into this YouTube thing. So just stay tuned, and I appreciate you all. Have a good one.